As an individual, I am one person that has gone through um, different phases of my life, you know, and when step back today to get to reflect on how, my journey through life has been for as far as I can remember, the sequences through which I really like track my progress in life and how far I've come or um, how my life has been so far. I am in that place where I just can't help but to be grateful for every single phase that my life has gone through. And there are a lot of memories, that come into play that when I think and reflect back on those phases of my life, I'll come to discover that it's almost like God was behind every single phase. And the reason is because there are moments in my life that were so insignificant, but were catalysts to my next phase of life. And there are some other phases or occurrences, circumstances, or positions I found myself that things that naturally would have happened as an ordinary thing happening became pointers to which a significant phase of my life begins to take place through, you know. And I am grateful to God for every single phase, you know. I'm grateful for every single phase. And the reason is because ordinarily, some moments would have been seen like insignificant and not really like important, but somehow it has a way of orchestrating or transforming or changing the situation into becoming something that will favor me, right? Like, of course, like the Bible will say, all things work together for good, right? So in this case, I keep seeing everything happening around my life as something that was turning out to become something good. You know, a lot of people see me today and don't even know part of my story. How I struggled in life, how I had moments in my life where it was difficult to be able to pay my rent, where I had to sleep in the office for like 6 months. But do you know that that place where I found myself sleeping in the office for 6 months was the place where I was able to buy my first car? From that same place was the place where I was able to get my first rent. And ordinarily, it will like, oh, he's homeless, has nowhere to lay his head. And that place became the place where God changed into becoming a pivotal part of my life. I've also seen a situation where I was making a decision, and that decision was not based on the fact that it was convenient for me, but it was actually a decision that was made out of a very, very tight circumstances that was beyond my control. And that same decision was the decision that connected me with one of the most important human beings in my life today. Something happened lately. I went to church, and after service, I was about leaving, and I just had a witness that says, go back to church and stay for second service. I was hungry. But somehow I decided to go back to church, and while I was getting back to church to pull over and order, I stumbled into somebody. And hey, how are you? How are you? I'm from Nigeria, kind of conversation became something that created a bond between me and that person till date. And not just that, through the person, I got connected to someone else that God used to save me from actually going into being indebted. I wouldn't have known that I needed to take the step I was going to take because I had ignored it, not knowing that it was something that was going to be a violation of a government policy. And this person drew my attention to this, and that was how I was able to escape that. How? Because circumstances around me that seemed not to be significant became pivotal parts through which God used to transform my life. So I just thought about this and I felt I should share this with us, that you need to be sensitive to your times and your seasons, because those could be moments where your life can change without you knowing. Just do the best you can to just stay focused and get to ask yourself, this phase that I'm in right now, how can I convert this lemon into a lemonade? Change this, situation into praise, whichever way, but just make sure that you don't let yourself stay down even when you feel down. I just felt I should share this with us. You have a wonderful week ahead.